Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. And we have our final matchup of the night. Joining me in the booth is Ventus. Ventus, how you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, Flip. I am super excited for this matchup. It's going to be a really good one, especially with how good these novice teams are in the standings. I believe both of these teams are currently right in the thick of the playoff race. Crows and Acceleration both sitting at 5-4. Crows currently the 3 seed, Acceleration currently the 4 seed. But a big win tonight for either team kind of solidifies that and can make their push further into the seeding. So hopefully both these teams bring their A game.
Yeah, and honestly, I am very excited to see a couple of these players um, play, especially ChunkLite. He has been kind of the talk of the town in Novice. I don't hear a lot from Novice, but like, man, sometimes some words get out, and ChunkLite is the one that I'm gonna be looking out for because that man has been on a tear on Acceleration. These guys are already here in the lobby. These Novice players are ready to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and say my prediction is Acceleration in 5. Not Acceleration in 4, because I think that this Acceleration team is too good. Ventus, who do you got?
Play devil's advocate. I'm gonna go Crows here in 5. I think Exile has been really underrated this season. I think he's currently rated the number 3 player in all of Novice. I'm looking at him to stand out big.
Well, we will just have to see who comes out on top. Getting us started. There's also a couple big names on the Acceleration that I know of, and that is JollyRgrs and ItsJustHunter. Both those players, I've heard a lot about, but hey, doesn't matter whenever you're getting scored on in the first 13 seconds. Ace gonna get the first goal here.
He just kind of catches Hunter pre-flipping up into the midfield. Really a hard commit as that third man, especially with 0 boost. And Ace just gonna kind of realize all he has to do is flick it over the last man back, and it's gonna be a free net. He's gonna put that one home and give the Crows a nice little early lead.
Yep, and trying to continue that lead as Exile again gets a nice dunk. JollyRgrs playing in that Merc. Love to see the creative cars coming out. I'm tired of seeing the Octanes and the Phoenix, even the Dominus. Yeah, I want to see some creative stuff. So nice to see a nice little Merc over here, of course, with the iconic JollyRgr flag. Good save there from Hunter. JollyRgrs, nice little fake. Trying to get the 50 on Exile. Not going to happen there as GuacManJon not going to be able to get a touch. JollyRgrs able to get the 50. That one's bouncing off the corner. Could be an opportunity for ChunkLite. That's actually a really good shot from Chunk. Going right over the last defender and just underneath the bar.
Perfectly placed. A great read off the corner, and he's going to catch Exile a little bit out of position as well. He kind of expected a worse shot coming out from ChunkLite. Maybe a little bit of a disrespect to the skill that ChunkLite has as a player. He's going to put that one home. And I mean, Acceleration really early on has been pretty good, and a great save there by JollyRgrs. I'm hoping that with the aggressive behavior from JollyRgrs and Hunter, they're going to come out and sport some of these demos that we've seen super frequently. I believe JollyRgrs currently is at 2.67 demos per game, and Hunter is at 1.74. So really look forward to those guys to opening up some space and really paving the way for ChunkLite.
Yep. If they can't hit the ball, hit the player. And I expect to see that come through. But to be honest, it's been kind of quiet on the demo end. Haven't heard enough explosions so far. So see if that does start to pick up, as Acceleration has been in their own half for a while. Hunter gonna get one demo there, but Ace does get it over him. ChunkLite trying to take a nice control touch, gets a flick over one, gets a 50 on another. JollyRgrs gets bumped though, so he can't follow. Hunter able to get one touch, trying to get a follow-up touch. A nice pinch there, but Ace with a really good touch. JollyRgrs able to get a good 50 though, and that ball still looming in the Crows' half. Still kind of awkward. JollyRgrs trying to keep that ball in play, but a good clear there finally from GuacManJon, able to take that ball towards Acceleration's half once again. ChunkLite with one good 50 all the way downfield past everybody. Hunter is going to be the one going for this one. Can he get it off the back wall? Is anybody going to be there? No. An opportunity there for Acceleration, but still pressure is still starting to mount. Ooh, a side flip there though from ChunkLite, but Hunter is going to be able to hop on that one. Exile with one touch. JollyRgrs is going to try to get a follow-up, but it's going to be ChunkLite getting a control touch, but it goes too far. Ace touch off the back wall. ChunkLite beats him to it. GuacManJon pass over to Exile. Exile off the back wall. All of the Crows players are here, but a miss from Hunter results in kind of a panic play from Acceleration and a double commit there. 2.5 minutes gone. halfway through this game so far, Ventus, it just feels like these teams, they're trying to find any way through, but there's been mistakes made, just not a whole lot of capitalization from them.
I think the Crows have actually been playing very well. We see so many of these awkward plays coming out from Acceleration where they're forced into these double commits, forced into these really bad touches or really hard reads, such as JollyRgrs having to jump off the backboard completely zero boost to make a read that just was very difficult. I mean, a bunch of double commits, good speed coming out from the Crows as well. They've really shown their aggression early, and even though they haven't really opened the scoring floodgates, I think it's only bound to happen with how they're playing so far.
Yeah, but still, nobody has been able to break it open. Hunter trying to clear that one to his own corner as ChunkLite's there waiting. Gets one touch. GuacMan already up. That one gonna go off the back wall, and Ace fakes out JollyRgrs, but it just seems like the third man is so far away. Exile sitting super far back, but still Acceleration not able to get the clear. ChunkLite trying to get the backflip. A good 50 though from Exile, and a bump as well, but Hunter just able to make the touch. JollyRgrs grabs the 100 boost. Can he get a touch on this one? No, it's going to be Ace getting that ball back mid once again. The shot not going to get past ChunkLite. Exile tries to take a control touch. JollyRgrs already diving in. ChunkLite upside down, still manages to get the touch, and that ball goes all the way to the Crows' corner. Exile with the 100 boost. Couldn't get it past Hunter. JollyRgrs up now. Tries to get the 50, and he does. ChunkLite is beat on that ball, and so GuacMan trying to get the counterattack started, but a great touch there from JollyRgrs, and now Hunter could have an open net. Exile is going to get back in time. 38 seconds remaining. JollyRgrs with a good 50. ChunkLite going to go up in the air. Gets one good touch. Can he get a follow-up? He can. Trying to get a flip reset. Doesn't get it quite yet, as JollyRgrs might have cheated up just too close. And that ball is going to be the 1-goal lead for the Crows.
Just a little bit of an overcommit from Accelerations. You're talking about JollyRgrs as that third man pushing up too far, and that's one thing that we have not seen from the Crows. The Crows have really played their third man super far back, super passive, and very safe, and it limits them to these counterattack opportunities where Guac was just able to put a great shot on net, as he does there once again. A little bit of cutting up in the midfield, and he's going to put that shot right in the back of the net to give a 2-goal lead with only 19 seconds left. It seems like Guac just put the dagger in for the Crows.
Man, Guac said this game's over, and he's in it on his terms. And so he was able to put 2 away very quickly and just break open the score. And honestly, it felt like the Crows were kind of waiting for that one opportunity. It felt like all of Acceleration's pressure was met extremely well by the Crows this entire game, and so I feel like they were just biding their time, waiting for good opportunities to come, and Guac was able to capitalize on them. Well done from the Crows here in game number 1. Acceleration, I think they played pretty well. It felt like their plays just were not connected at all. They just seemed, I don't know if it was miscommunication or lack of trust, but it just felt like, they weren't able to get the ball on offense and stay on offense.
I think that really comes down to how ChunkLite is with the possession game. He kind of gave the ball away a little bit too frequently. His touches were a little bit too strong where he wasn't able to follow up and get a second touch. And then JollyRgrs and Hunter kind of not really getting valuable demos. And we've seen them get a few demos here and there, not nearly as much as we normally have. But the demos that they have got have just been kind of not necessarily full of purpose. They kind of just gotten the demos in an area where it doesn't really help the team propel their offense or help their defense out. It's just kind of been in the midfield play where it hasn't really led to anything. And so they may need to look for more valuable demos instead of just looking for demos in general, just to make things make things easier for ChunkLite.
Man, we started off last game with an overcommit by Acceleration early, and it was Hunter as third man again, who just dives, and the last man is just not able to get back as GuacMan puts a nice shot on and gets the first goal here, Ventus. And same story. It was, like I said, it's an overcommit. And this one was only 8 seconds into the game. Maybe another kickoff goal here. JollyRgrs able to get a touch on it. But it just seems like Acceleration, I'm not sure they have learned from their previous mistakes from game number 1.
Not sure if they have, because that overcommit has been the third time that they have done that, and they've been capitalized on all 3 times. It looks like the Crows are probably going to get another one here. A team block coming out from Guac, gonna keep that one off target. Another shot coming in, saved away by ChunkLite, and The acceleration hold on, but Crows continuously able to generate more and more pressure.
Yeah, and counting the lucky stars is what acceleration should be doing, because that is a really good touch from ChunkLite, by the way, and it could result in a goal, but it's going to get saved. But, man, they should be down 2-0 right now. A team save is what is keeping them, in this game, keeping this a one-goal game. Hunter able to get a long clear. This one could be a great opportunity. Hunter already in the air, looking for the shot. That one going to be on target, just not fast enough to get past GuacMan. Exile now looking for a long clear. Just Hunter all the way back is going to get another long clear. These players are rotating super wide, though, so they're able to get back to it as Ace gets a nice 50. ChunkLite, a little bit of time. Tries to take control. Gets a flick pass 2. 1v2 here. JollyRgrs just has to get it past GuacMan, and he does, but it hits the post. The play was there. The defense was not, but the post said, "What's up?" And it is still 1-0. Exile trying to get the ball cleared. Finally, it does as GuacMan is able to push it through. Exile with the shot. And I think that was Hunter that could not get that save.
It's a great play by Exile. A very good touch there, as kind of a little bit early of a flip, but he recorrects it to where he's able to put that ball on Chugga with good speed and the last man back, not able to get a touch. And that's what I wanted to see out of Exile. Exile, one of those players, top of the novice league. He averages, I believe, 1.21 goals per game, but a triple commit here could be dangerous if Acceleration is able to capitalize. As ChunkLite tries to put this one off the corner, but all 3 Crows members rushing back, and almost a dunk coming out. JollyRgrs maybe has a shot on just off wide, and that's the same thing we've seen from Acceleration, not able to capitalize on their offensive chances.
Yeah, that one, again, hitting the post, and GuacMan's going to get a pass, too, and now he's going to look for the counter off the ceiling. Can he make it happen? He goes for the fake, doesn't have the flip. Hunter, super awkward. ChunkLite saves him. The shot still coming through. Gets saved away by Hunter once again. No boost on the side of Acceleration, though, and so ChunkLite just has to throw the ball away, and Ace is going to kick the offense going once again. Exile trying to keep that ball in the Acceleration half, where it has been so frequently. Guac going to try to do the same thing. JollyRgrs going to get one touch, but not a great one, as Ace is going to have a free clear. That one sailing towards the back wall. Hunter does not get the touch. Ace's shot, not very strong, and so free save there for ChunkLite. 2 minutes remaining, and once again, it seems that Crows are the ones primed for the attack. JollyRgrs gets a high-flying save, but that ball still not that threatening. Acceleration trying to make something happen here, but JollyRgrs clears it to his own side. GuacMan now trying to get a pass. No, it's going to be a flick over. ChunkLite going to have the save. Exile gets the bump. Ace's shot. Is it going to go in? JollyRgrs doesn't get the touch. GuacMan is there for the finish.
A little bit unlucky for Ace. It was a pretty good shot. He had 0 boost. Had to use his flip to recover and put that one just a little bit off target enough where it's not going to go post and in, but luckily Guac able to get there, and Guac has really been kind of a standout player for this Crows team. Really helps propel them to a lot of these offensive, presence. And he has 2 goals, 1 assist. He's really done a lot. He did a lot last game as well, as he continues to be a great player for them. A great dunk there coming out by Exile, going to be saved away by JollyRgrs. But, I mean, Guac has just done so much for this Crows team that Exile really not having to do much, but we see him getting a double tap almost there, just slightly off wide. And even though Exile is talking about being the one to watch out for, it seems like Guac has taken this series by the reins and really shown everybody what he can do.
Yeah, and looking to see more out of him, but still the other players saying there's nothing to laugh at, but GuacMan is still the finisher. Top right corner, Exile, he got his shot saved, but you know what? It results in a pass, and man, what beautiful placement there from GuacMan.
The Crows have just been so dominant against the Acceleration team. They've kind of outsped them. They've put really good long balls in play where it's put in awkward situations for Acceleration to be able to collect. And when they do go for them, they don't get great touches. Like we see JollyRgrs right there, not able to get a touch on that long clear. And it's just really hurt the Acceleration roster. But a big miss coming out from Guac, not going to really do anything. But Acceleration really struggling to get stuff going and find quality chances on defense. And we've once again seen not a lot of demos coming out. I know we just saw a demo from JollyRgrs, but overall it seems like Acceleration have been lacking a little bit of shine here.
Yeah, and again, the ball is once again in the Acceleration half, and it's just more pressure here for the Crows. it's been a lot of Exile and GuacMan just back and forth. The Ace is still, trying to get on that board. He has 2 assists, though, so this man, like, Ace, he's been kind of playing that third-man role of just keeping the ball in the half of acceleration, while GuacMan and Exile just seem to be kind of going crazy on him. But in the end, it's just a Crows masterclass here in Game 2, a 4-0 victory. And if you're Acceleration, Ventus, you just got to be thinking, you got to break out of your own half. You got to try to get something on the board. Because at this point, you're fighting for the 3 seed, kind of, like at this rate. Like, both these teams 5 and 4. One's the 3 seed, one's the 4 seed. I'm pretty sure there's another team that's also 5 and 4. But it's just like, these are the kinds of teams that you need to be beating, Ventus, especially this late into the season. And if you're Acceleration, this is not the performance that you want to be putting up.
Definitely. And Acceleration kind of faltering a little bit against these better opponents as well that we've seen. I know they lost to Diffusion, I believe last week on stream, and they just haven't really I mean they did just beat Diffusion actually in their most recent game Monday. So I mean I'm biting my words a little bit, but Diffusion last week beating them. They lost to Wisps, which is another team. They're currently the 1 seed at 7-2, and they've seemingly not really figured out how to beat the higher seeds in Novice. And I mean, when we talk about being able to make a playoff run, you have to be able to kind of play up and beat the higher seeded teams and play for that upset potential still. And Acceleration, even though they haven't really looked that great against these upper teams, even though they've been beating the good teams, it's not going to be enough to make a long playoff run at this rate.
No, but it just seems like the Crows are maybe just a step above. And we got to put some more respect on the Crows' name as Exile gets a beautiful shot and clear. GuacMan going to continue to pile on the stats, though, as he takes that one, secures that one, pardon me. But he is shooting an undefined shooting percentage. That is how good this man is. So it has been 10 seconds, and once again, Ventus, Game 1, it was 13. Game 2, it was 8 seconds. This time it was 10 seconds, and immediately Acceleration are already down 1.
It's just the Crows kickoffs have also just been really good. They've been able to keep a lot of possession and really force the Acceleration roster into tough spots. But a great pass and a great shot coming out from JollyRgrs, finally showing some life as they were completely shut out in game number 2.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see. You want to see the 1 on the board. It only took them 30 seconds. Obviously, they did get scored on in that time. But knowing that you have the capability of scoring on these guys, and they know they can, but seeing the number go up on the board matters a whole lot. Now, can they continue to amount that pressure and continue to shoot like that? Not whenever GuacMan's scoring on you left and right. JollyRgrs and ChunkLite. JollyRgrs doesn't get the touch. ChunkLite thought he would. ChunkLite kind of awkward, and GuacMan just puts it right over him, hits the hits the bar down. Ventus, that is literally the perfect shot.
Yeah, you can't get any better than that. The perfect bar down, just over both defenders. Very good shot out of GuacMan once again. Even though he might have just secured one of the goals, he's already scored 2 of the Crows' goals this game, and he's really been that standout player that's really propelled the Crows. He hasn't been super well known for his offense. He has averaged 1 goal per game, but we haven't really seen such standout offensive potential that he's shown this series in the regular season. And so if Crows can keep this up, if GuacMan and Exile can be kind of this 1-2 duo, 1-2 punch, if you may, then it's very highly likely that the Crows are going to be a dangerous team come playoff time. And another shot there by GuacMan. That one's going to find the back of the net and give him a hat trick already, just a minute 20 in. And I mean, the Crows seemingly unstoppable.
Yeah, and it's just another beat. It just seems like GuacMan is just that much quicker to the ball at this point than the Crows are. The Crows are shooting 3 for 3 right now. Like, this team is capitalizing on their chances, and they're getting really good looks. And they're also not forcing anything. They're not getting counterattacked either. I have not seen a single, actual... there's been a couple chances, and obviously I think maybe this one might be one right here. I love eating my words. JollyRgrs is going to make me do that, as this is just not a good touch there from Ace. GuacMan last man back, and JollyRgrs puts a good shot on net.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with valuable bump and demo plays coming out. A great bump attempt there by Hunter. Even though he didn't get the demo and he kind of just forced the opponent into a bad position, that was all that JollyRgrs needed to put that one in the back of the net. It's much easier when the defender is in a very bad position to make that shot and have that go in versus making them just make a normal save. A crazy pinch there coming out from JollyRgrs, kind of like a cuckster. I don't know if that was a 50 between Ace or not. It looks like it was touched by Ace, given credit for it in the replay, but not a very Rocket League goal, if I may say.
That one right there is, you know, it was something, but I'm hitting tab, and it is crazy looking at these two teams, like, scoreboards, Ventus. You've got JollyRgrs with 3 goals, and then you have Hunter with 2 assists. And on the other side, you have GuacMan with 3 goals, Exile with 2 assists. And the other 2 players have exactly, oh, they had exactly 56 points at that point. And now, we've got a Rule 1. And honestly, it could be the 2 players to look out for. Not this game, though. JollyRgrs not in there, but GuacMan is in the Rule 1, and he's sticking to it. Gotta love the respect there, but JollyRgrs is looking for his 4th goal as that ball gets passed by Hunter. Going mid, not gonna happen there, though. 2.5 minutes remaining. Who will take the lead in the 2v2? Hunter. Going back, or sorry, JollyRgrs going backwards as Hunter now takes control of the ball. Hunter off the ceiling, trying to get it past one, but does not get a touch. Did this man just stall? I don't know what I'm seeing here, but I'm seeing an insane bounce as this ball gets launched all the way downfield. Exile could be putting that one away. JollyRgrs gets a nice touch. Ace looking for the shot, and now it's going the entire other way. Exile racing back, trying to hit it to the corner. JollyRgrs fakes the jump on the one touch. Hunter's going to take it from him. Hunter with the fake! Oh my goodness, out of his shoes! Hunter gives the Acceleration their first lead in, I want to say, 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, this man can stall. This man can cut up the defense here as he was able to get a nice little pop around Exiled and just fake out Ace. Ace not able to do anything with 0 boost. Finally going to give Acceleration a 1-goal lead. I believe this is the first time we've seen them have a lead this entire series. So very promising look. A great 2v2 play coming out of Hunter and JollyRgrs. I was expecting them to do pretty well as they were are such high in demos. They were going to disrupt the defense a lot, and I mean, it doesn't take that much if Hunter just beats both of them on his own. And a great play once again by Acceleration, finally showing signs of life.
Yeah, and man, maybe that fake is all you need. Getting a fake like that is a huge morale booster, but ongling like that is the opposite of a morale booster. Ventus says ChunkLite is gonna help out GuacMan for the GuacMan's 4th goal here.
Yeah, I mean, ChunkLite kind of been struggling a little bit this series once again. I believe he also was struggling a little bit in the diffusion series, and he kind of has just been shut out, not really gaining much value to his team. Is only 84 points, no goals, no saves, no assists, like adding not that much, just almost a shot, making me eat my own words, but it's going to be saved away by the post. And I mean, ChunkLite really needs to step it up if he wants his team to get back into this series. I know he is such a great player and is one of the top players in Novice. He's the number 4 rated in player rating of Novice player, currently sitting at 1.19. And so I know he has it in him, but we just need to see it come out in this series, and hopefully he does that. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like Guac might have gotten another goal there, but going to be saved away.
Yep. Now with 30 seconds remaining, the score is 4-4, 2-0 in favor of the Crows. Can they put this away for a sweep, or are we going to game 4? Might be headed to overtime though, but there's still 20 seconds remaining. Guac puts that ball up. JollyRgrs with 1 touch. Hunter gonna clear it to the sidewall. ChunkLite doesn't have a whole lot of boost. Gets 1 touch, trying to get a follow-up. Gets a flip, gets one little pop, but that ball is over everybody's head, and JollyRgrs gets caught out again. And that one might just be the dagger.
Time and time again, Acceleration keeping their 3rd man super aggressive, very far up, and when you see the counterattacks just happen over and over again, you gotta start changing up your game plan, and especially going in down 2 games in the series and a tie game with 10 seconds left. You can't be risking it all by throwing everybody into the offense.
Yeah, but man, with the time running out, the ball hitting the ground, Crows are gonna get the sweep, and acceleration, they played them close. Obviously, game two wasn't close, but game one was was literally a tied game for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like it was a very very close game. This game also had a lot of goals, but it was a close one the entire way through. But in the end, the Crows and GuacManJon come out on top, and not enough praise has gone to that man because I haven't heard the name before. I'm not gonna lie, but Ventus, I promise you, I'm not forgetting it after this performance.
Definitely. He had such a great game. I mean, he had 4 goals in that last game. He had a hat trick in game number 2, and he at least scored the last 2 goals of game number 1. I don't know. Can't remember if he got a hat trick in game number 1, but crazy standings from showing from him, and really propelling the Crows. If they can continue to play like that, I think they're a very scary team to play in the playoffs, and the Wisps and Diffusion really got to look out for them. As I mean, they're going to be one step closer to taking one of the seeding from them, as they're going to be 6-4. If Diffusion loses today, they're going to be 6-4 as well. Wisps a little bit more of a lead at 7-2, but I mean they got to be a little bit scared seeing that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a dominant performance by the Crows. Um, so congratulations to them. And if you're acceleration man, you just gotta pick your head up and try to go next because I think that was not their best series. I think they know that. So obviously, there's things that they can learn from it. But in the end, sometimes it's about having a mental reset. And so maybe going into next week, that's what they can do. But with that, Ventus, we do have to shout out a couple important people, a couple go-to people, if you will. Some of the Nemesis premium subscribers here. As you know, we're gonna start with the novice league, where we got Beard, Ruby, and Sub Zero for the novice premium subscriptions. Shout out to you guys. We got in the challenger, we got Crotera, Noah, Storm Reaper, and Wiggle. And then the Titans, we got a huge list of Critter, Fenrir, iParker, Jax, Neons, Rare. Figured out how to say your name. Thank you. Speed and Street Soul. Thank you guys all for the donations. It all helps out the league a lot. And with that, Ventus, you know, we saw some great Rocket League. Shout out some great people. I got the cast with the GOAT. Yeah, I think it's been a pretty great night.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I got to cast with another go. I mean, a great series. I know you took a very convincing win against Galaxy today. So very happy to see that. I mean, unfortunately, it was against my brother, so maybe a little.
Yeah, it wasn't close. It was not close. No, I'm
but
just kidding. Yeah, he was great.
but I mean, overall, a very good day around Nemesis. A lot of good matches. I mean, a great Challenger League match, an even better Titan League match, going all the way to game number 5. Blizzard taking that one, and I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better day. I mean, Crows showing out really what they can do, looking very dominant, can show that they can be that number 1 team in novice. I mean, they definitely could be in the conversation now. I mean, as we inch closer to the end of the regular season, things are getting a little crazy here.
Yeah, for sure. There's only 4 games remaining. Scary thought, but only 4 games remaining, and that means we will be back next week, guys, with some more Nemesis Gaming League action. But that's gonna do it for us tonight. Come back Monday for man, was that game day 15? Wait, 15, 16? Yeah, game day 15. I did my math right. I'm so good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us tonight. We will catch you guys back on Monday. Deuces.